Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick preview of the curriculum this week. We're continuing our study of the power of prayer by looking closely at the Lord's Prayer. When we break down the Lord's Prayer and look at the different parts, we begin to see how to pray. We're learning how to pray. Um, and this week we're going to look at the portion of the Lord's Prayer where it says, "Lead us not to temptation." What does that mean? It's a prayer of protection. We're asking God to protect us from Satan's temptation. And in studying this week, you will see, and the kids are going to learn, that Satan doesn't have any power that God doesn't give him. God is standing between us and Satan, and Satan's saying, "Let me at him, let me at them." And God is saying, "All right, I'll allow you to tempt them this much, um, to test their faith." But that's it. So God has Satan on a leash, and God will not allow Satan to tempt us beyond our ability to withstand that temptation. Um, and there's a lot of comfort in knowing that. But it's also important that the students understand this week that God Himself will not tempt us. It goes against His character for God to tempt us to sin. I mean, He doesn't want us to disobey Him. So why would He tempt us to disobey Him? That's not His will for us to disobey Him. But He will allow Satan. He'll give Satan a little bit more chain on his leash from time to time to allow Satan that power to tempt us. But then He chokes him back, and how we respond to that temptation. That's where the issue comes in for us. That's when temptation becomes a problem. Temptation in and of itself isn't bad, but it's how we respond to that temptation that makes it sin. Well, that is what we're teaching this week. That's the big overview for the curriculum. When we come back from large group, it's broken up into 4 parts. Please do those parts in order. There's a rhyme and reason to my madness. You're going to review with a few true-false questions that just reviews what they just heard in large group. Then you're going to read 1 Corinthians 10:13, which talks about God not allowing us to be tempted beyond what we can endure. And then after you talk about that and the armor of God a little bit, you'll pray together. You'll pray for God's protection. We'll pray for God to give us His armor so that we can withstand the fiery arrows coming at us from Satan. And then we will play. So you're going to review, you're going to read, you're going to pray, and then you'll play. Don't skip any of that and jump straight to play, because playing the Armor of God relay without putting it in the context of understanding why we're playing the Armor of God relay is pointless. So make sure you're doing the curriculum in order and you don't skip any parts. If you run out of time and you don't get to the play, well, that may happen. But try to get the important stuff done first and in order, and then pray at the end. Pray and then you can play, and you can play out as parents start picking up kids. You can continue to play the game, and you're not rushed to try to pray with your group before you dismiss. So there's rhyme and reason to that structure. Stick with it. The large group lesson is attached to the curriculum at the very end, so you can read through that and know what's going to be taught in large group. So review that, and then if you have any further questions about the curriculum and what's there, the content, shoot me a text or a message, and I'll try to answer those as best as I can. Appreciate you guys. Looking forward to this week. Remember, our leader meetings are at 8:40 and 10:40. Please be on time to those meetings. If you need to bring breakfast with you to those meetings, that's fine. Do that. Bring me some too. um, I'll never refuse food. But just know, we start those meetings on time. And I've been trying to wait a few minutes, for you guys, but we really need to start on time because kids are waiting in the hallway, and they need to be in there so that we can, get this curriculum going. We have 1 hour a week. That's not a lot of time. 1 hour to really pour into these kids. And if we're late with our leader meeting, then it gets us late starting the curriculum. And we lose that time. So let's be good stewards of our time that God's given us, and please be on time to the leader meeting. Thanks. See you guys Sunday.